a notebook. The stories.
Really?
I know. And he wasn't exactly trustworthy towards me, neither. But you know, it was part of his charisma, I guess. Sometimes I think the reason so I had found this small booklet on his table.
What was in there?
His experiments in the eye. The ancient woman, as he called her. Your creation, these...
That book. Did it say anything about it?
I don't think it can be compared to how two humans reproduce, if that's what you're thinking. But as for the...
Do you still have that?
No, of course not. I couldn't even read through all of it, else your father would have noticed that I had done nothing.
I figured. So, why did he, well, create...
Yes, I think that was the main reason. Though I couldn't help but notice...
It just...
Yes, still, I don't think you were just to tell me, Tahar. Knowing all that, how does it make you...
I don't know.
No. Either way, I think we both need some time to think. As I said, Tahar, I'm sorry that I didn't tell you earlier, but I simply didn't know what to do.
끝내줘서 고맙다.
Will do.
아, 쟤는 또 왜? 아, 이거 주변에 분명 있을 거야. 이거부터 찾아보자. 어딘가에 선돌이 있을 거임. 맨날 여기만 진탕 뛰어가야 돼. 누구랑 얘기해야 돼? 이안나? 시네마틱 처음에 한 번 나오고 안 나와요. 모르겠어요. 마지막에 있는지. 맨 첫 미션 하니까 시네마틱 하나 나오더라.
Understood.
아, 바로 여기 있잖아. 굿.
Got it.
애들 상담 거의 다 끝나갔으니.
Let's see.
Tahar, it is good to see that you have recovered. This place and these...
They did?
Yes. The Lord Marshal tried to assume control, but as you might have expected, he did not have everybody. I must say, Tahar, your mother, she is remarkable. Though I suppose this is a difficult topic for you.
It's all right.
Good. Is there... Yes? What is it?
So, Undergast, when you told...
You are asking if we were in love.
Well...
Then let me start by telling you that the term love is undefined and that theories... I have read a lot of books on it, and I've studied the poems, and I've come to the conclusion that it is ultimately a primitive, carnal urge that people... I, myself, never felt it, and maybe that was because I saw the underlying mechanisms. I always found it strange how people overreact so strongly to such a simple emotion, and maybe that very fact stopped me from being able to feel these...
Well, what are the underlying
이놈
mechanisms?
그야말로
The desire to
박차는데.
reproduce with a fitting mate. In fact, the orcs have a very dry, rational view on this process. But for some reason, humans, dwarves, and elves do not.
Love is more...
Well, most people would agree with you. And I'm certain...
So, what you're saying is that you were never...
No, it was not that simple. What stood out in our relationship was that we... You see, Tahar,
얘네들
to me,
다
the bonds people have
가정사역이어가지고.
always felt peculiar. And I am not like Iana. Her mind simply does not have the ability to feel these bonds anymore. My brain is capable of feeling these things, but I am unable to connect with the outside world. I only have my own mind as a frame of reference. For example, when I can't. To me, but then there was Lena. For some bizarre reason, she understood me and I understood her. Or yet it changed me. All at once, I felt connected.
Well...
I see. Then you probably know how distracting such a feeling can be. To be honest, when I first became aware of that bond between Lena and me, I was horrified. I could not...
Your inability to relate...
Yes. If it were not, I might have considered myself... Even though I felt connected to Lena, I was still unable to feel the same weight.
What did Lena make of...
Nothing. Unlike me, she did not try to analyze. I believe this is what made our relationship unique. Complete acceptance. She did not try to tell me how I should behave or feel.
Am I right to assume that your relationship ended with your...
No, you misunderstand. We never had a relationship. Although the feelings were mutual and we... well, act... But yes, you are correct. It was the disagreement that broke our bond. Quietly, she left and never returned.
Do you feel...
Betrayed? No. By betrayal, people usually mean when someone behaves contrary to what their desires, wishes, and urges are natural things, and I always found the usage of such heavily judgmental words to be very childish.
What, so you didn't even argue?
As I said, acceptance of one another's nature and decisions was a pivotal element in our inner. You see, if there ever was disharmony between us, it was when she tried to encourage,
Such as...
well, anything. Traveling, studying the Tsar. But again, she never tried to force me. I could tell that my unwillingness upset her, but like all...
And you have no idea where...
I don't. I have heard rumors that they were helping mages in Leonider, but...
How do you...
That is a good question. I still think about her. I do not know how
I can imagine.
You have nothing to thank me for, but there is one more.
Tell me.
Do you have regrets? Do you ever feel as if you could and should have acted differently than you did?
Everybody.
That seems like a deliberately vague answer. It could indicate that you do have... You see, I've never told you this.
How so?
Well, it is no secret that you have endured a lot of pain. Especially your early childhood must have made a mark.
Well,
I can see that. Either way, I think we have...
we should. So long, Undergast. Understood.
얘는 아직도 안 됐네. 스킬 아직도 안 주는데 얘는? 아휴, 상담 한 번 더 남았어 저 친구.
What's
짜이바. 강력한 악마 소환할 수 있네 얘는. 그래도 근접은 안 쓴다.
Yes, Corporal? How can I help?
About you being an assassin.
I'm still not certain. The question...
Well, I wouldn't have asked otherwise.
All right. Do you remember what I told you about that man who bought me from the Greyfell Bazaar?
I remember.
It's complicated. The incident took place at a festivity. A lot of highly influential people. It must have been close to midnight when a man took me into his chambers. For some reason, that man wanted me to tell him that I loved him. I did, but he kept on. I had almost lost consciousness when I felt something break. I don't know how else to put it. It was as if
I don't follow.
my magic, my dreamweavery, that's when it broke free. You probably don't know this, but the only way...
Wait, Dreamweavers don't feel and think?
No, we do. But it's differently than normal people. I know how to blend in. To seem like I'm just like you. But
What happened to the man?
I killed him. It wasn't a conscious choice, looking back. I even think that shattering my mind was... At first I was disoriented.
To kill him?
Yes. To massacre him. Hear his screams. To see his life. To get back to your original question. That urge. Ever since then, I've found violence and bloodshed to be...
And this is why you became...
Yes. My master introduced me into the craft. More than that, even. I needed what these new tasks my master sent me. Of course, I briefly considered changing my profession after my master had his accident.
Well,
I can imagine.
but...
No, there isn't.
That's a lot.
I know. Now tell me, Tahar.
You're not.
Really? Anyway, I would like some time for myself now.
아 뭐야?
I hope you understand.
얘도 상담 한 번 더 해야 되잖아. 예, 말만 놈. 말도 다 재미없게 하고. 얘는 어차피 다시 찍어야 되고. 로에는 다시 찍었으니까 추가적으로 화용구 다 찍으면 뭐였지? 능력치가? 약화. 지진이나 찍어라. 언더게스트. 얘는 다시 찍었구나. 언더게스트. 좋아요. 언더게스트는 뭘 배우지? 이쪽들 한번 살펴보자. 앙가르. 뭐 이런 쉐이 같은 거만 가지고 있어 이거. 이게 뭔데? 치명타 방어율. 이거는 신체 손상 약화 상태를 부여하는 거. 맹공. 완전 건방전사네 이거. 속임수. 약화 피해량 증가. 소심률. 도발. 순간이동도 시키네 막. 스킬이 재밌어는 보이는데 법사가 짱이니까. 언더게스트 로헨 고르 이렇게 가져가면 되나? 고르 어차피 이거 왜 안 들어가냐?
Will do. Got it.
어머니의 육신이 어디 있는데? 여기 있나? 넥서스에 있나? 어머니의 육신? 아 여기 있구나. 뭐 저따구로 생겼지? 어머니 육신이라니까 되게 이상한.
She's breathing, but her spirit is gone. Damn you, Lacane.
왜 저런 데다 저렇게 눕혀놨지?
Yes. Interesting.
헤이 갑시다.
Now would you...
Tahar, ready to discuss the next steps?
There's just one thing I still can't wrap my head around.
The big question, isn't it? You see, it's not hard to rally people behind you. Though I don't consider him a pragmatist, he really believes in what he says, that Aeonia will return once mankind has repented, which worries...
I want to talk about Sentenza.
Well, what is there to...
So you're not.
For you defending your life? No. I never understood why he was...
But he was acting on your orders.
Well, yes, strictly spoken, he was. You were a traitor. Or at least, that's what we thought.
Why? Why did he...
Well, I can only guess. He always spoke highly of you. Did you know that? At times, it almost felt as if he considered you his own kin.
I thought so.
You see, Tahar, in the end, both he and I are men born from war. See, you need to find a way to deal with it. And Sentenza did so. But in the end, he always did what he thought was best for Northander. He saw the Harbinger's true face, even before he revealed it. And I brushed it off as his usual
Without the Harbinger...
That's true. But this discussion isn't leading us in...
You didn't tell me yet. How exactly did you get here? Weren't you in...
No, I wasn't. Otherwise, I wouldn't be standing here. But we were on our way back, as you can imagine. It was a hard choice to make. But eventually...
So you fled?
We retreated. The rest is...
Oh, she decided to let you in?
Correct. You know the rest. Your people were a bit distrustful at first, and I don't blame them. After all, they'd been fighting the Royal Army not too long ago. But eventually, they realized that we were on the same...
Well, I'm fine with you being here.
I know it isn't. No reason to flex your muscles, Tom.
All right, let's discuss what comes...
Good.
뭐 미션 막 엄청 많이
Good.
나오는 거 아니지?
Now that you're all here, I'd
마지막
like to
싸움이
plan
나자고
how we
빨리.
proceed.
Tahar, I think you should allow yourself some more rest.
Isn't it obvious?
Yeah, but where does that power come from? What effect does it have on the human body or the psyche? We don't know.
I'm all right, Iskrim.
Fine.
Thank you. So, our objective is clear. We need to defeat the purity of light and save my mother. Angar, am I right to assume that Lacane made Greykeep his new base of operations?
Correct. It's the center of his power, which is both good and bad.
And why is it good?
Because it also means if we succeed and reconquer. However, there's no point in fooling ourselves. That...
Ultran, Hallet, and
안 돼.
Wolfgar.
Yes. If we put this army together with theirs, we might stand a chance. Also, You should see if you can strengthen the alliances you...
So do I.
All right.
It's up to you. But before we can even think about arranging a conclave between the houses, we need to break that spell the Harbinger put on my Isgrim. And
Actually, it should be simple. We need to...
And who is controlling her?
I doubt it. The manipulator has to be physically close to his subject, so it'll most likely be someone in Lady Moira's army. But your rune will react to another rune's presence.
good. The Harbinger has taken up position in Iskander, between the Utran and the Everlight border. You know that place, Tahar. It's where your father started his rebellion, and where Senten's...
The Loyalist camp.
We strike in full force and take the castle. He'll be forced to initiate a counterattack, and my sister's armies, the Utran army, will be...
A bait.
Yes, we hold the castle against the main army, whereas you, Tahar, and a small troop, obviously, you'll have to act quick. We can't hold against the entire Utran.
What if killing the rune... All right. So we take over the castle, wait for the Utran armies to cross the border, sneak behind their lines.
Yes, though we'll need to take care of something else before that.
Agreed. One more thing. This will be dangerous, and our original...
뭐
Well, then we best get prepared now.
Understood. Tahar, I'd also like to talk with you if you have a moment.
Corporal Tahar. A word, if you will?
Who are you?
Private Miller, Corporal. I'm from the Royal Army and came here with the Lord Marshal. We've captured someone who we suspect belongs to the Purity. He was seen in the deserted village outside this city, and he looks suspicious. He claims to be a simple courier sent to deliver a message to you, but we didn't want to take any risks. He's outside, near the entrance to the caves.
또
I see.
표란다 아니야 또 표란다.
Thank you, soldier. Dismissed.
Corporal?
Understood. You said you know where we can find more allies.
I'll make it short. The Ash Reavers have invaded the foot of Bargagor. If we...
The Ash Reavers.
Yes, you already met them, back at Farland's Hope. They are a very violent tribe. A lot like what Krell wanted the Fire Wielders to become. And...
So, we head back to Bargagor and...
well, yeah. Except for one thing. Kagan.
Why? Because you killed Krell.
No. It's more... Do you remember the story about my trial? About...
Yeah, I do. You took the shapeshifters...
Yeah, to get to the point. Kagan, his reign...
Did you ever try to...
We only met once. And yes, I did try to talk to him. And truth be told, that was my last attempt to convince him. I knew it was fruitless, which as you can guess,
I see.
it must be. Bloodthirsty as the Ash Reavers are, there is no reason for them to start a war. In other words, we need to stop him, and as fast as possible. According to one of my sources, the
Why is the Purity attack...
Isn't it obvious? To eradicate us. Just like the Dark Elves, we Orcs are a creation of the renegade gods. So we aren't even given the chance to repent. McCain's ward...
But that's crazy.
Does he? He's a fanatic. He thinks Aeonir is acting through him. I promise you this...
Huh. So what's the plan? Return to Bargagor, drive back the Ash Reaver.
If all else fails, yes. We will kill him. For the sake of my people, and for our cause. But that I didn't kill him...
All right.
Yes. Chieftain Czar already left before you woke up to get an idea of the situation. I know time is sparse.
Tell me, Angar.
That's a...
아니 이것도
Yes.
아니
After all,
이게
we
퀘스트
fought
한
and
번만
did
하면
the
이게
Mage
할
War.
얘기가
People
그냥
were angry, desperate, broken. The Purity channeled and still channels these
I
emotions.
see your point.
Precisely. But that is not to say that my decision to give the Purity of Light that...
However, I will not lie. Mages are a problem, and something needs to be done about them.
But so much good can be done with magic.
I know you aren't. I fought alongside battle mages for all my life. But to return to your question, all I did
이분들은
was take
퀘스트
every
하나만
factor
하면은
into
할 얘기가
consideration
많다고
and
내일
decide
빨리 들으라고
accordingly.
퀘스트 할 거면 얘기
You
들어야
did the
된다고
same.
아주 날동을
More
피워
than
이거.
once.
We tried to help.
I believe you. What I'm trying to say is, There might have been a better way to handle things.
I wanted to talk about Leah.
I had a feeling. Look, back at Greykeep, it was similar to my policy regarding the purity of... It was all I could do.
You also could have used common sense.
You're right. Either way, you've been... I don't hold any grudges against you.
The past.
It is indeed.
Did you ever think about what would happen if the Queen never wakes up from her coma?
She will wake up.
They've claimed that ever since the dragon incapacitated her.
The Queen has Hibernian blood in her veins. And as long as her heart is still... Though, of course, that is not to say that...
Really?
A cousin. I suppose you know about the Queen's problematic ancestry. However, it was rumored that her aunt...
It's the first time I've...
Yes, because the Crown took measures to quiet these rumors. Suffice it to say that Queen Ailish supposed... I can feel it.
I'll be leaving.
All right.
야, 뭐 있다면서. 동맹.
You said that you have an idea on...
Yes, I do.
You want to convince them to join our troops?
Not all of them, obviously. The field dog... What I suggest is that we strike a bargain with them. They give us a small division of their elite keepers, and we...
Engineers and infantry for a handful of knights. Is that really worth it?
It is. The Falcons aren't only excellent fighters. Their presence will also inspire our soldiers.
That's not what it seemed like when I was there. High Keep...
Well, given that the latter now fight for the Harbinger, a mistrust wasn't that unjustified, don't you think? But still, you make a fair point. Keeper Aranor is... complicated. But...
All right. It's worth a try.
Whenever you want. Thanks to these Godstones, it won't take us long to get there.
Fair enough.
Good.
Will do.
올란디르의 전령에게 정보를 얻기. 전령이 어디 있는데? 여기는 없잖아.
What do we need?
그러면 이 오크랑 휴먼 쪽 3티어 유닛들은 이제 저 뭐야 저걸 얻는 거고 엘프 쪽 3티어 유닛은 뭘로 얻는 거지? 그거는 아직 퀘스트를 못 받았네. 일단 그러면 지원자들을 얻어서 바르바구르, 아오니의 칼란 이렇게 지원자들을 먼저 얻은 다음에 잠깐 제가 주는 건가? 쟤는 엘프도 아닌데 왜? Hey.
Ah, Tahar.
Sure.
Yes. I'll be brief. While you were asleep, an elf...
Marilyn?
얘가 엘프네.
Only that he needed your help. They, that is, he and a couple of his followers.
The old Hibernian city. But what do they want there?
I don't know, Tahar. We will need to find out.
Do we really have time for this?
That is something you will need to decide. But if we don't help, it might cause unrest within the Moor here, who are fighting for us.
All right. We might look into this.
We should. Is there anything else you wish to discuss? Yes, Corporal?
Goodbye.
그리고 전령에게 정보도 없고. Hey.
Oh, great. Another one. How often do you want me to tell you?
Wait! You're the...
Yes?
Well, then maybe you can tell these fools to let me go. Blazes, I knew it was stupid to take the...
So, who are you?
As I told this bloody brute who captured me, I had no idea it was the Corporal Tahar. And had I known, I would have told that guy who gave...
Who was it?
Well, he was wearing a hood, so he obviously didn't want to be recognized, but he had a brown beard, was about your height,
또
and
틀었네,
had...
또 틀었네.
I don't know how to...
But he didn't look dangerous and paid good coin.
Oh, finally, some...
Let me see.
A meeting in Everlight.
A friend, you see? Can I go now?
Yes. Go.
Thank you, Corporal. Thank you.
They will.
I'll try.
Got it.
밀할 필요 없어. 일단은 맨 처음에 우리가 찾으러 갔던 데가 오크니까 오크를 찾으러 가자. 딱 순서대로 하자. 오크 찾고 오크 3티어 바바고르 가고 고르가 그거네. 로헨
Let us make this quick.
and the guest. 아 이거 한참 남은 것 같은데? 끝나지 않어. 똥팔 보스가 끝나지 않어.
High Chieftain Gore! High Chieftain Gore! Do I know you?
Zarek. I'm a tracker. Chieftain Zar sent me to...
Good.
Bad. The Ash Reavers...
The purity.
Yes.
2 days.
It isn't. Zarek, where's Zar now? And the other ones
To the north.
Good. Go and tell them we're coming. Tahar, I won't lie. This will be a tough battle. But we have to win it before the purity arrives. Let's head to...
Who are these advisors? How can they help?
You'll see.
Didn't you want to try?
This is diplomacy, Tahar. The Orcish version. If we'd let Kagan know we're here before we've gathered some force, he'd simply crush us. Never seek reconciliation. Huh?
Did you ever consider moving into a friendlier climate? No offense, but this place is a wasteland.
얘기 좀 하고 있어.
Some orcs did. The Moonskin, for example. But as far as we fire wielders are concerned, no. This wasteland is our home, and it will stay that way. The harsher the climate, the bigger the struggle, and thus the stronger our kind.
원수 마법 화염 눈보라. 잠깐만 이거는 다음에 뭐가 돼? 아 도발이 되는구나. 아니다 잠깐만 이렇게 하면 안 되는구나. 얘 흑마법 가지고 있는 애였구나. 흑마법이 압도적이니까 흑마법 위주로 찍고. 이런 식으로 하면 되지.
Yes.
이게 왜 능력 점수가 있지? 오케이. 오염. 아 잠깐 이거부터 하자. 특별 상품.
Yes, of course.
얘 이쪽으로.
You have my attention.
바바고르에 저런 것도 생겼네. 우리 언데도 얼마나 잘 싸워가지고. 근데 그냥 냅두면 싸우려나 잘? 오 엄청 센데? 엄청 센 것 같은데 언데들들? 이제?
What is it? Another specter. Careful.
와 능력치가
Let's see
장난
what we
아니다.
can do.
I understand.
지나치게 강력해진 마법사 파티. 물리 공격은 이 정도로 세지 않을 텐데.
Let's see.
Sure.
Now would you look at that?
잠깐만. 선돌 입력 안 하고 왔니? 신돌이 아니었구나 저거.
That way.
신돌이 아니고.
All right.
What's next?
Sure.
Understood.
As you want.
이미 우린 지나치게 강력해졌어.
I understand. Sure.
Interesting.
Yes, of course.
오큰 타워가 너무 약해.
Fine.
Got it.
휴먼처럼 이 타워링의 종족이 돼야지.
Here we are. So I want you to speak to 3 of my men. Elder Zilrak, Chieftain Zar, and Foreman Urash. They'll all want to discuss strategies with you regarding our upcoming fight against the Ash Reavers.
All right. What about you? Don't you want to have a say in this?
Tahar, I'm loyal to my people. but not stupid. You've won many battles, and you'll win this one. I may be a leader, but I'm not a strategist. I'll wait here. Come back once you've spoken with them.
일행을 떠나면 어떻게 이 녀석아. 어딨어 이놈 이거. 아 왜 한 바퀴 돌아놨어 씨. 헷갈리게. 자.
Yes?
Corporal? Now would you look at that?
Tahar, Zaurak.
Greetings. Gore said we should talk to you.
Yes. Within the next 2 days, we need to turn this Cal into a fortress. And since you've proven more than one, the first choice we need to make is what kind of fighters to pick to lead our defenses. We don't. Then again, maybe Kagan thinks the same thing. In that case, a pack of Lastly, we could place our bets on K-Ran hunters and attack from the
You're a chief.
Ward riders. The Ash Reavers were always known for their head-on assaults in large numbers.
Let's go with the K-Ran hunters.
All right. What about expanding? Kagan is still busy with building his cow, so we could either try to gain as much ground.
Let's expand.
I agree with you on that. Lastly, how should we approach battle? Should we strike as early as possible and force Kagan to spend more resources now? Or should we focus on building up a large horde instead?
이게 근데 다른가? 적당 군대 모자.
No point in getting in over our heads.
Huh. Anyway, we're through. Best I can see what the other advisors have to say, will you? May your blood never boil, Tahar. I'll see you on the battlefield.
우리가 어디를 공격하나 보네. 이제 공격하러 가나 본데요. 그래서 그 전에 이제 계획을 수립한 건가요?